Hey Python programmers, so in this video I'll show you the program to print Fibonacci series for a given number using recursive method. So in our last video we have used iterative method to solve this. Now we'll use recursive method. So let's see what is Fibonacci series first. So the Fibonacci series is the series in which next number is the sum of previous two numbers. Okay, so suppose we have this number. Okay, so this is the sum of last two number. And in Fibonacci series always first two numbers, like first number is 0 and second number is 1. Okay, so here as you can see for this 2, this is the sum of last two digit numbers, which is 1 and 1. Okay, so now we'll use the recursive method. So I have just taken one input from user. Okay, and we are just adding one print statement, and now we'll write our program here. So what we will do, we will use one for loop here, and we'll say for I in range of 0 to number which is given to us. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll just we'll create a Fibonacci, or I can say any function for Fibonacci series. Okay, so that will return the answer. So we'll just print that. So I'll say print, and we'll create one function that will be fib. Okay, and we'll just pass our I value. Okay, so suppose user is entering 0, then that will call this fib function, and it will pass 0. So we'll have a fib of 0. Then if suppose user is passing 1, then that will be fib of 1. Okay, so we will just print that at the end. Okay, so now we'll just create our fib function that will be a recursive function. Okay, so let's say diff fib, and that will take any number or integer. Okay, so I'll say I, and then that will return an integer value. So suppose now we'll add one base condition here. So as we know that in our case, if user is passing 0, then that we need to return 0, and if that passing 1, then we need to return 1. Okay, so now we'll say if let's give it as a n. Okay, so say n is equal to 0, then what we'll do, we'll just return 0. Okay, and if user is passing 1, then we'll just return 1. Okay, so this is the base condition which we are writing. Okay, now what next? So now we will use recursive function to return the value. Okay, so then we'll use else condition, and we'll say else return. We'll use recursive. So what we'll do, we'll just say fib of n minus 1, so that will be the last number, plus fib of n minus 2. Okay, so that will be the second last number from the number. Okay, so that is the condition which we need to write to print our Fibonacci series. So let's understand this with one example. So I have created one graph here. So let me zoom it out. Okay, so this is the graph. So suppose we will pass 4. So let me run the program first. Okay, so suppose okay, so now we'll pass 4. So as you can see, we got 0, 1, 1 and 2. Okay, so this is the answer. So here as you can see, we have passed 4, so that will call the fib of 3 and fib of 2. Okay, and this fib of 3 again call fib of n minus 1, which will be fib of 2, and then plus fib of 1. Okay, and similarly that recursion will go off up to fib of 1, and here we found fib of 1, then that will return 1 value. Okay, and similarly fib of 0 will return 0 value, and then we'll add that up, so that will be 1. So that fib of 2 will return 1 value to this function. Okay, so this is the recursive kind of thing which we are doing here, and at the end we are getting our answer. Okay, so our fib of 4 will return fib of 3 plus fib of 2. So this is the structure how our recursive is going on. Okay, so that is the thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.